My sincerest apologies. We are live from the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LA Sports Network. Ryan Brownigan, Gabe Curry. As the stream, it gets underway now. My apologies. Where's the live feed? Brian Anderson, it's right here. Do apologize. You hit live and you leave the page and it doesn't quite go live. That's my apologies. But the opening goal, scored by Jack Dolson from Charlie Suhrada, and then Dorico on the power play with about 10 seconds left from McNamara. Tied the game at 1. The Bulls back on the power play, just 20 seconds remain. It's sent out of the zone by Dolson. Starting goaltender Pring and starting goaltender Rauscher, both allowing a goal. Both teams 2-0. Bulls coming off that 3-2 overtime win. A shot deflects over the top and out of play. .5:31 left, just 3 seconds left on the power play. To the blue line, held in by Agavino. Wrist shot, glove save, Rauscher, as he denies Reedy. Power play expires. Bulls 1 for 2 with the player advantage. Huge collision there. Musumeci with the big hit. Round into the far corner. Avlanitis going to work on it. Past the stick of Agavino and Trites back to get it. Brendan Reedy chasing after it. Here's Auerbach. East Islip take control for the moment. Now here's Reedy, 2-on-2 over the blue with Auerbach. A shot steered aside by Rauscher. Rebound. Neck comes off. Play goes on. East Islip touch. And that'll stop play. .428 left here in the first period. Again, my apologies for the stream. Well, we are live. 4:20 left here in the first. Tied up at 1. Freeland holds in. Battling Luke Anderson along the near side. Dolson comes around the net, does Jack Dolson. And will leave it for a teammate in Suhrada. Out of the zone it comes. DDD pass to Freeland. Freeland's got to hustle back to it. Luke Anderson, aggressive forecheck, joined by Liam McNamara. Good outlet pass connecting with Resinello. Resinello to Dolson. Dolson drags. Had it poked away, but not quite out of the zone. Trites will try to bank one ahead. McNamara's there. Back in it comes. Resinello pulls, fires, fought off by Pring. Again, running into trouble behind the net. Now McNamara picks it up. He's got speed. McNamara on Damien. McNamara shot. Glances right off the blocker of Rauscher. Not a play. With 3:13 left in the first period, we're all square at 1 apiece. So you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Face off to the right of Rauscher. One in the defensive end by East Islip. Power for the Bulls. Ahead for Rinfus. Good touch pass, Falcone. Falcone fanned on the shot, then centered one that's taken away by Lawler. And a good lead pass And shot fought off by Pring. Rebound available. Kicks behind. Good play there from Walsh. Back to the point. Lawler, a shot blocked in front. Falcone got in the way of it. Rinfus to Beltrani. Beltrani battling Walsh. Now Rinfus. Bats it down the wall, hoping to get it back to Beltrani. Instead, taken away by Damien. To the line, not out. It's Haynes who got in the way of it. And it's Haynes who will join LaFata and Walsh in chasing after it. Rinfus flips that one right into the East Islip bench. And we get a stoppage. Full game was being recorded. So despite the fact that the live got delayed, the full game will be posted on YouTube. So fear not. Those goals were logged, and you will have them immediately once this game uploads. Reedy, cross corner dumping. He'll chase it down. He'll have it here. Backhands a pass, Avlanitis. Returns it to Reedy. Reedy, shot, scores! From the high slot. It's Brendan Reedy. Brandon Reedy, his first of the season, gives the Bulls the lead. And back to action, 2-1. Smithtown Hauppauge take their first lead of the night. It's by virtue of the first goal of the season for Brandon Reedy. Shot denied by Rauscher. Backhanded around by Reinhardt. Poked along up the far wall and out of the zone. Flipped back in. Connor settles it down, plays it back to his right defenseman who flips it ahead. Connor darting in after it. Rather, that was Musumeci. Back down low it goes. Marizito battling McNamara and Dorico. Marizito speeding around both and firing it to the line. Not out, held in by Ryan. Anderson backing Ryan up, keeping it in for the moment. And the puck now comes free. Under a minute to go here in the first period. 2-1 the Bulls have gotten the lead. Anderson pulling away from Musumeci. Back to the blue line. Agavino holds. Wrist shot. Blocked. Kicks around. They score! McNamara out in front. Buries the loose puck off the ricochet. It's 3-1 Bulls. So Smithtown Hauppauge, McNamara from Dorico and Agavino. Have a 2-goal edge in the dying moments here of the first period. McNamara, checked by Lawler. 3 straight goals for the Bulls. Dolson trying to put an end to it. Catches up with the dribbling puck, poked away from him by Pring. Thrown out in front, Freeland. Low shot deflected nearly onto the stick of LaFata at the buzzer. It wouldn't go. And that's how we conclude the first period. The Bulls with 3 unanswered lead 3-1 over East Islip. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on the LI Sports Network. Second period is on its way. Don't go anywhere. Second period underway between Smithtown, Hauppauge, and East Islip. Again, a 3-1 lead for the Bulls after they trailed 1-0. Powered by goals from Liam McNamara, Brandon Reedy, and Marcus Dorico. McNamara, a goal and an assist thus far in the game. Freeland intercepted by Falcone, though centering feed broken up. Power stumbles to the ice, going flying Haynes. Walsh, Lafata caught from behind by Beltrani. What a defensive play by the back-checking Beltrani. Now Rinfus a drive, stopped by Rauscher. So they rule incidental contact on the play that sent Haynes flying. And thus, no penalty. Face off to the right of Rauscher. Both teams vying for control. Ryan pitching it down the wall. McNamara. It's his stick lifted by Damien. Puck available. Dorico pokes it by. And on goal where it's stabbed into the corner by Rauscher. Dolson. Speeding his way into the zone. Hits the brakes. What a move by Dolson. Out in front past the stick of Resinello. Lawler. Time and space at the near point. Now Dolson. Takes a wrister wide. Trites can't clear. That shot comes deflected off the stick of Pring and into the netting out of play. So 13-16 remain. Again, want to let you guys know that you got that bottom ticker. That shot, sharp angle, got on to Pring, and he made the stop. The bottom ticker updating the scores and goal leaders. Auerbach drags, centers. Reedy follows it up, and that glanced off the shoulder of Rauscher and over the net. Agavino holds in. Pass ahead, Walsh. Walsh, good lead pass. Lafata trying to split the D. He's rejected. And Avlanitis will send it around. Reinhardt holding in on the far blue, battling Auerbach. So Walsh. Walsh scoots his way in. Check from behind by Reedy. Reedy, the brother of Shane Reedy, who led Smithtown Hauppauge Varsity in points last season. A shot from the point, fought off by Pring. He has taken his talents to Fairfield, where we have a team there tonight. Held in by Reinhardt on the far point. Shot just goes wide. Agavino playing it to open space for Avlanitis, catching up with it. Reedy trying to clear. Good keeping by Marizito. Still in the zone. Still bouncing around. Haynes can't get a shot through. Back it comes. It's Reedy over the line, backhanding it across the crease into the far corner. Fired up the wall, past Cummings. Will be an icing if it has enough juice. It doesn't. So Cummings to play it on further. 3-1, Smithtown Hauppauge leading East Islip. As we're nearing 3:30 gone by. Chance across! Oh my word! What a save by Rauscher! That might be save of the year. Watch this. Beltrani, what a move. Outside, now back inside. Sauce across. Man, he had, how did he, wow. Ryan Rauscher, how do you do? Resinello can't clear. Fired, save, rebound, save, Rauscher, it's underneath them. It is underneath Rauscher, and we get A little bit of extracurriculars going on in front. Beltrani is animated. Falcone Rinfus. I believe Rinfus is going to go off. He's going to get joined in the box by Gilliar. So, in coincidental minors. See, the system I don't even think has Gilliar listed. Not on the roster anyway. Got him down as unknown. There it is, Emmett Gilliar. All the way down. Icing against EI. There we go. Jake Ryan, Brandon Reedy added to the lineup, along with 23 John Holtze. I'm looking at. Jake Ryan down the wall. Turned up the far wall. Good chip by Dolson. Springs Resinello forward. Resinello cuts to the middle. Fans on the shot. And he's guided into the boards by Ryan. Ryan and Resinello continue to jab away. Resinello prevailing with the puck. However, it's turned over and McNamara can skate to center. Trying to get around Lawler, does. McNamara, speed around the net, and he is sent into the boards. Good play, that's Lawler who stuck with him. 2-on-2 over the blue now for EI. Drop for Dolson. Dolson's shot hit power and went wide. Lafata trying to make a play on it, cannot. And now it is Power. Can't bank it ahead. Lafata in the way, creates the turnover. Haynes poked away for the moment by Power. Haynes back on it. The sophomore. Still loose along the far wall. Teams jabbing at it, and finally EI gained control. Shot fought off by Pring with the blocker. Good shot. And good save by Pring. Sputtering puck played by Rauscher to his defenseman Marizito. Tipped ahead, no icing. Trites into the boards with Lafata. Lafata takes control of the puck. Immediately went for the Michigan. Rolled off his stick, and now Power can get it to Falcone, who turns it right back over. Can EI take advantage? Gilliar. Pardon me, it's Walsh. Backhands went out in front, nobody home. Walsh once more. Lafata. Here's Reinhardt on the far blue. For Haynes, blocked by Beltrani. Lafata, good stick lift. End of a shift, I believe, for Lafata. Haynes ahead for Walsh. Walsh sends in, glove down by Trites. Lafata, and through the skates of Haynes and wide. Jordan Haynes. Following a year in which he was one of the leaders in the freshman division in terms of points scored. Making the jump from freshman to varsity. Smithtown Hauppauge iced the puck. There's Dolson to himself around McNamara. Dolson backhanding it through. Still in the zone. And now comes out. Liam McNamara into the zone. Wrist shot stopped by Rauscher. Dolson picking up the loose puck. Lost it. Good saucer to DeRico. The shot blocked. Freeland getting in the way of it. Still, though, DeRico, another try, and that's stopped again by Ryan Rauscher. Has really come on and make some crucial saves to keep this game within striking distance for East Islip. Face off to the left of the aforementioned Chiefs netminder. Taken around behind by McNamara, trying to get it out to Ryan. Jake Ryan. Now here's Dorico. Dorico, cross-ice saucer over to Cummings. Cummings shot blocked. Now Resinello can carry through center. Good saucer pass ahead. Dolson trying to get around Ryan. Does, but he caused enough of a disturbance to prevent a clean deke from Dolson, who goes for a change. Dorico. Saucer pass cut off by Lawler. Picked up by Ryan. Jake Ryan. Bulls enter the zone. McNamara. Sharp angle shot. Pardon me, it was Anderson. And to McNamara for the sharp angle shot. Stopped by Ryan Rauscher. And you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Gabe DeCurry on the cam. Making his camera debut, so give it up for Gabe. He's doing a great job. Also operates our social media, as that shot right off the draw from Auerbach is stopped by the glove of Rauscher. Speaking of social media, be sure check us out at LI Sports Network on Instagram and all the other places you find your social media. Plenty of content up there for you. Last night's best among them. Avlanitis will take the draw from Landon Musumeci. Avlanitis wins it back. Auerbach shot hits the glass behind Rauscher. And backhanded out of the zone. Right on to the stick of Ragusia, who will go for a change. Avlanitis. Auerbach tries to finesse one through. It's blocked. That time by Emmett Gilliar. Lawler to the line, not out. Held in by Cummings. Here's Reedy. Ready with a goal in the game. Brandon Reedy. What a pass! Auerbach scores! The no-look backhand pass from Brandon Reedy, setting up Auerbach beautifully for the fourth goal of the game for the Bulls. And making no mistake, Auerbach. Wonderful goal. His third already at the varsity level for Auerbach. Rinfus across. Holtze keeping in. Back to Rinfus. Rinfus to Ryan. Bulls with momentum. That shot blocker save made Rauscher. And really, since that first shot, scores! From a tough angle, 5-1 Bulls. It's Dean Falcone. And Dean Falcone, the fifth goal of the game for the Bulls. Again, apologies, the audio is really bugging me here. Watch this little turnaround shot from the near circle. Rauscher probably wants it back, but it's a perfect shot, low blocker for Dean Falcone. And a timeout for East Islip as things have really started to unravel here for the Chiefs. Falcone's second of the season. And just prior to that, we had Auerbach, as I mentioned, knock in his third of the year. Brandon Reedy picked up an assist, as I mentioned as well, and what a night for Reedy. He's got a goal and an assist. Both are first of the year for Brandon. So again, first of that one. Again, Bulls still pedal to the metal in this second period. EI trying to turn the tide. Backhanded to the line. Flipped out. Gloved by Dolson, who walks. Dolson pass across out of the reach of LaFata, who was sticked beautifully there by Renfus. LaFata shoves down Renfus. Clean play, say the official. Falcone. Flip shot through to center. Good play by Reinhardt. Step up on it. Now LaFata must wait for Dolson to touch up. Renfus. As it go past him, Marizito. Reinhardt. Up the wall, kept in the zone by DeRico. Anderson, Luke Anderson, nice move. Out in front, just missed by Renfus. Resinello, stretch pass out of the reach of, I believe that's Dolson, yes. Jack Dolson, and icing the call. East Islip still stuck in the mud. They opened the scoring and had really a majority, if not all of the momentum. And then the Bulls scored, and they scored again, and next thing you know is 3-1, and East Islip and their opportunities became few and far between. Deflected ahead, Musumeci. DeRico missed it. Now here's Walsh. Speed through into the offensive zone for Walsh. Nice moves there from Walsh. Takes it behind. Cummings. Cut him off. Musumeci. Along the near wall. Back to Freeland. Freeland back to Musumeci. Keeps the cycle going. Wraps it around the wall. Out of the reach of Walsh. Played away from him by Cummings. Ahead to Luke Anderson. DeRico forced back. Plays it in. Freeland. Fumbled with, and now over the stick of Agavino. Walsh. Watching him. Cummings. Now McNamara. DeRico takes over. DeRico check from behind by Musumeci. Goes tumbling down to the ice. Haynes giving Power a bump. Power bumping him back. Freeland. Gonna chart his way through center. Finds Walsh. Walsh across. Knocked down by Haynes off his stick, and back come the Bulls. Avlanides dropping it to McNamara. Back to Avlanides! In tight and stopped by Rauscher. Oh, Rauscher's made a number of difficult saves to this point. Despite the 5 up on the board. Probably only wants one of those 5 back, although goaltenders might say that they could have everything. And 5 unanswered for the Bulls. 3 in the first, 2 here in the second. East Islip in desperate need of a response. Dolson just chips it out of the zone. Back in it comes. Reedy lost it to Dolson. Dolson to Resinello. Resinello across out of the reach of LaFata. Avlanides chips in. Auerbach hard after it. Resinello, good pass to LaFata. Springs in LaFata. 2-on-2 over the blue. Fires it in, and right back out it comes. Slowing down, and will just have enough for icing. It stops the clock with 2:06 left here in the second. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Gabe DeCurry. East Islip, Smithtown, Hauppauge. Face off to the right. Flipped out of the zone and down for an icing. Back in. Bulls take control. Along the near side. East Islip hard after it. Looking to make something happen. Power evading the disturbance caused by Resinello to the line, not out. Good keep in Marizito. Guts to Resinello. Drags, fires, blocked Falcone. LaFada playing it out in front. It's ushered away by Power. Rinfas sends in past the stick of Rauscher. Beltrani and on the forecheck takes over. Good pass, Luke Anderson, time, space. Anderson tees up the shot and scores! Luke Anderson makes it 6-1 Bulls. Once again, time and space for Luke Anderson. He's not going to miss from there. Luke Anderson from Braden Beltrani. Six to one shot. Stopped by Pring. 6 unanswered goals by Smithtown Hauppauge. East Islip generating not much offensively. Liam McNamara to Dorico, round the net. Dorico out in front off the skate of Anderson, right on the stick of McNamara, blockered away by Rauscher. Haynes unable to clear. Anderson off to the side of the net. Cummings, long shot, stopped by Rauscher, rebound, and that'll do it here in the second period. 3 more tallies for Smithtown Hauppauge. They have scored 6 unanswered and lead 6-1 at the conclusion of 2. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Gabe DeCurry will return for the third right after this. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League and LI Sports Network. Third period, If I can finally click the thing, there we go. Third period. On its way. In a game that started out with East Islip looking dominant. Jumping out to the 1-0 lead. On a goal from Jack Dolson. And since then, it's been all Bulls. 6 unanswered. Will East Islip finally muster up a response they've been looking for? Will the Bulls continue to roll in this battle of 2-0 teams? Renfus. On Marizito. Marizito blocking the pass and then taking it away outright. Reinhardt fires around. Trites holds in. Marizito and Renfus collide, leaving the puck there to be scooped up by Falcone. His centering pass for Beltrani is held by Rauscher. And so to just recap the scoring here. In that second period, Robert Auerbach from Brandon Reedy made it 4-1. Dean Falcone unassisted, 5-1. Luke Anderson from Braden Beltrani, 6-1. It was Liam McNamara from Dorico Nagavino and Reedy from Avlanitas back in the first period, along with an a Dorico goal assisted by Liam McNamara. All finally resulting back in that Dolson goal with Sufrata getting the assist. Here is Dolson over the line and offside. Again, 2-point contributions from Brandon Reedy, Marcus Dorico, and Liam McNamara. Some stud, maybe save of the year candidate as well, mixed in there from Ryan Rauscher. Here's Dolson trying to test Pring, who's been in for a relatively easy night beyond that first 6 minutes or so. McNamara, after that brief chance for East Islip, results in no shot on goal. Goes across corner dump in. LaFata, who was very prominent in that first period, less so in the second. Trying to change that here in the third. It's off the glove of Resinello. And punched into the zone. Jake Ryan handles it from there. Hits the brakes. Tries to get around LaFata. LaFata getting some backup in the form of Walsh. Sends it back for Lawler. Had a bit of a tough time with it. Turned it over to Dorico, and now Luke Anderson. Spinning out of harm's way. The pass back. Read beautifully by Walsh. He'll take over. Walsh one-on-one into the zone on Trites. That's Holchi. Now Marizito pinching in. Behind the net goes Marizito. Finds the open Walsh. Sharp angle shot blocked by Holchi on the way through. Musumeci battling down low. Holchi will prevail. Sends it around. Past Jake Ryan. Onto the stick of McNamara. Backhands it out of the zone. They'll go for a change, will the Bulls. We're 3 minutes in to this third period. Bulls up by 5. That comes on goal, stopped by Rauscher. Rauscher will keep things moving. Ahead for Resinello, spins one to the center dot, where Trites gathers and wraps in. Rauscher to stop it, around for Reinhardt. Reinhardt and Avlanitas collide in the corner. Puck loose, down low. Back up the wall, it's Dolson. Good lead pass, unable to be gathered in though by Resinello. Dolson sends in the loose puck. Agavino spears it around. Loose puck, turned over, Dolson shot just wide. Auerbach. His pass partially blocked by the stick of Resinello. Musumeci Circling back with Auerbach, draped all over. Nice little move, Resinello gets around Agavino. Resinello to Dolson. Dolson across, shot denied by Pring. Beautiful save made by the Smithtown Hauppauge netminder. We get a stoppage here. Here's that save again on a pretty passing play from the East Islip Chiefs top line. And Pring springing out to save the day. Another shot denied by Pring off the draw. Here's Dean Falcone. Along the far wall, Falcone backhandsman out in front. And that's steered out of harm's way, at least for the moment, by Gilliar and banked to center. Bulls by 5. Power into the zone. Power, nice move. Power, the shot off the mask of Rauscher. Damien for Resinello. Has LaFata with him. Takes the shot, it's blocked. Dribbling towards Pring. Taken away by Beltrani, who collides into the wall. Marizito helping keep it in for East Islip. Another huge collision. That gets the referee's arm up. As Resinello went hard into the boards. It was Falcone, I think, who sent him that way. And it is the assistant captain, Dean Falcone, to the box. We haven't seen much from 67, Charlie Krickow. He'll now come on over to join Falcone in the box. Who is in the box for checking from behind. He'll have a 10-minute misconduct added to that penalty as the puck sent out of play. So power play EI. 4 seconds in. .937 and counting left in the third. Glove down by Lawler at the far blue. Keeps in. Back to Lawler. Lawler shot through Trevig off the blocker of Pring and wide. Lawler again from the blue line. Low shot deflected. Still loose out in front. They scramble, and Beltrani is the first on it. It's Braden Beltrani into the zone. Rinfus holds up to keep things onside. Beltrani around the net. Hounded by Sahrada. Jake Ryan. Aggressive penalty killing from Ryan. And Lawler finally gets a hold of the puck. LaFata, nice move. LaFata scores! Power play goal for Evan LaFata as he increases his goal total on the season from 4 to 5. Here's another look at that great rush up the ice from LaFata. It's a 4-goal game. It's still in reach. What a move to cut to the middle. Shot at the opposite direction in which he was moving. Smart play indeed for the East Islip forward. Tierney Resinello picking up an assist on the goal. 6-2. McNamara ripped it off the right pad of Rauscher. And now, away come East Islip. Another goal here quickly. Could make things interesting here. Marizito understands that, trying to push the agenda forward, but lost a handle. Here is McNamara. Around Reinhardt. McNamara around the net. Agavino. Shot scores! Deflected on the way in. The one-time shot from Agavino beats Rauscher 7-2. It's just going to be a one tapper right here, boom, and that definitely changed directions before finding its way past Rauscher for the 7th goal of the night for the Bulls. Lafata fires right back in for East Islip. Bulls lead by 5 once more. It's Luke Anderson. Good rush up the ice, cut off by Reinhardt. Chipped ahead for Lafata. One-on-one. Lafata tries the same move, and it worked, and he shot it just over the glove of Pring over the net. Freeland. Out in front, deflected, just wide. Resinello to Reinhardt. Slap shot, sticked into the netting by Pring. With 7:21 remaining here in the third, Bulls back up by 5. Agavino getting credited with the goal from Liam McNamara. And for McNamara, that is point number 3 of the evening. A goal and 2 assists for Liam. Previously, last season playing, between the legs, Resinello stopped by the glove of Pring. Well, as I was saying, playing with the JV team last year for Smithtown Hauppauge, which ultimately fell short to the hands of ESM, who won their first championship at that level, and at any level in program history. Shot here from Avlanitis. Stopped by Rauscher. Rebound saved by Rauscher. Still available, and now Rauscher will pin it against the side of the net to get the whistle. With 6:40 or 52 left here. Can you thought if after scoring that second goal, East Islip can get another quickly, maybe they would start to build momentum, and the goal from Agavino seemed to have zapped all potential momentum away from East Islip. Lawler and Reedy. Battle in the corner, dug free by Beltrani. One of only a couple holdovers from last year's team. Beltrani, slow to get up there in the corner, appears to be okay. Meanwhile, nice move, and sticked away by the poke check of Pring. Damien getting a piece of Beltrani. Beltrani still on it. Now swipes back at Damien, and they're going to get the retaliator. Beltrani on the call. So an East Islip power play, which just struck, will get another chance to bite into this Smithtown Hauppauge lead. Seven to 2. Chiefs the lead. Our Chiefs trail. They don't have the lead. 7 to 2. Bulls the lead. Chiefs the power play. It was a rush goal for Lafata. They generate something in the O-zone. Resinello. An aggressive point play from the Bulls. Generate the turnover. Dorico around Lawler. Dorico to the backhand. Left pad stop by Rauscher. Here's another good save from Rauscher. What a hustle play from Dorico. Getting around Lawler to the backhand and sticking out that left pad of Rauscher. Denying the Bulls of an eighth. Resinello. Around Luke Anderson. Met by Power. And puck chipped out. Backhanded ahead to Resinello. Hoping for Lafata. And, with speed in the neutral zone, and it was rejected. Back they come, Lawler. Lawler, Resinello. Resinello flips in. Shot wide, Resinello unable to hold in, and out of the zone it comes. Rauscher quickly out to stop it and play it to LaFata. 48 seconds left of the power play. In the near corner. Resinello. Dolson. Walks, Dolson. Can't get through them all, and it's cleared by Auerbach. Nearly turned over by Rauscher. Comes to Auerbach. Walking, Auerbach. Try to go back door to Rinfus. Blocked. Now it does come to Rinfus, who scores. Short-handed. Rinfus, it's 8-2. What a play from Auerbach just to get it to Rinfus. He tried it a few times before it finally got to him, and after an initial denial from Rauscher, Rinfus with the finish. Rinfus is second of the season. It is 8-2 Bulls. Reinhardt with the power play set to expire. And now Beltrani over the boards and onto the bench. A missed opportunity, to say the least, for East Islip. Their lead, or what they trail by, increased. Never good on the power play. Reinhardt down the near wall. Time winding down in the third. 8-2 Smithtown Hauppauge. Nice little move, generating space, but kicking it back to Reinhardt. Just able to keep in. Reinhardt, long shot, sticked away by Pring. Another shot from Haynes. Goes wide. Freeland holding in. Walsh keeps things moving around to the other side. LaFata wearing the C. Trying his hardest to the very last whistle despite the score. Reinhardt. Round for Freeland. Chipped ahead. Here's LaFata. Avoids the hit from Power, or pardon, that's Agavino. Luke Anderson collects. Tries to move around Reinhardt. Good job by Reinhardt to take the body there. In the feet of Haynes. Pushes one ahead. Fired back in by Holchi. Flipped back out by Reinhardt. 2:33 and counting. Avlanitis. Flipped across. Falcone. No, it's Anderson. Luke Anderson. Haven't seen Falcone since the penalty. And another penalty, speaking of, to Smithtown Hauppauge here. Avlanitis will go off. Coming up on the schedule for both these teams, a following 5-3 victory and 11-2 victory, it's going to almost definitely be a loss here for East Islip. It will. They play, their schedule doesn't get easier. They play St. A's on October the 8th. Power play East Islip, puck in the corner. Smithtown Hauppauge take on Ward Melville in 3 days from now. Marizito. Walsh. Near circle, Walsh. Shot, blocker save made, Pring. And everything really to the outside as this Bulls defense has done a fabulous job on the penalty kill and throughout the game. Marizito to Reinhardt, quick pass in front. Haynes. That pass rejected from in front of the net and cleared past Marizito and down. He had a lane to pass it in front, but nobody home for the Chiefs. Jordan Haynes, cross-ice feed, Reinhardt. And now the speed. That ultimately amounts to nothing. Down it goes, Marizito spinning it ahead, Reinhardt. For Haynes, Cummings is right there to chip it off the boards to Luke Anderson. Anderson, sharp angle shot, blocker save, Rauscher. Ahead, LaFata. The most noticeable, I would say, East Islip player. Their leading scorer, Evan LaFata, also dons the C. Freeland. As the Bulls, fans in attendance to my left, chant the ever-famous na-na-na, hey-hey, goodbye song to the East Islip fans making their way to the door here at the rinks. Just 6 seconds remain. And what's been a defensive clinic and dominant performance for Smithtown Hauppauge, trailing by 1 early in the first. They go on to score 6 unanswered. And when East Islip finally respond, they quickly extinguish any hopes of a comeback in what can only be explained as a dominant win for Smithtown Hauppauge, as they improve to a perfect 3-0 on the season. East Islip drops to 2-1, as they will have to regroup. And as I mentioned, the road doesn't get much easier for them as they take on the Friars in St. Anthony at 7:50 on Wednesday, October 8th, 5 days from now. And what's dubbed the best tradition in hockey, the teams shake hands. Until next time, when they do battle again, they will see each other again December the 7th. But till then, Bulls reign supreme. 8-2 your final. Big games for many of the Bulls players, but Liam McNamara in particular, a goal and 2 assists. He will certainly be a Branny Biggin recipient. Robert Auerbach had a good pitch for one as well, but I'm going to give it to a defenseman. I think the defenseman who had the best game. And it's hard to pick just one, but I'll go with Brendan Power. I thought Power had himself quite the night. Jake Ryan, also an honorable mention. But there you have it. Final score here, one more time. Smithtown Hauppauge 8, East Islip 2. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. For our cameraman, social media manager, and wearing of all hats, and not wearing of pants most of the time, he's a shorts guy, Gabe to Curry, I'm Ryan Brannigan, wishing you so long and good night.